This is not just gonna be one of those, back before I made seven figures, here's some failures I had, or, the time I almost gave up before I hit it big. I am failing right now. I am right in the middle of a hard period in the company, in my own career, in my own life. I'm very confident in Gaussian Sound Co. and Sound Variant, which is the store that we're building, but it's not easy. It's not easy lately. It's not easy every day, right? Like, I have good months, I have bad months. I don't always know where the next paycheck's coming from, and sometimes I'm like, "Woohoo, let's go to dinner." Like, that was a good one. We worked hard on that one, and that's any startup, right? Like, that's just the most classic startup like lifestyle of all time. I need to decide what my priorities are and get them straight and work in the right direction. So I wrote down some of the big things I've been learning from my failures over the past year of our company being open. And while I'm still learning and I'm still going, I do think I have good things to say about some of these things. So let's just jump in. The first one's a big one. Consolidate where you can, allow yourself to center in. So consolidating where you can means a lot of things. For us, I think we were offering way too many services: location sound, mixing, mastering, custom music, sound design. We'll build you software, we'll build you hardware, we'll scratch your back. It kind of was too much to manage for a small team, right? Like, we've got some good people that we contract, and PJ and I, like, some of the best in the game, right? We're confident in what we can do and our skills. But when we're spread a little bit thin at the beginning, it's hard to keep up on quality. It's hard to continue learning. It's hard to level up and know what our limits are, right? Like, I'll say yes to way too many gigs, and then next thing you know, I'm falling behind. Or then when a season comes that's not busy, I don't know what to do with my time, right? Because I'm so used to being busy. By allowing us to center in and choose, here's what we're gonna niche up in, it allows us to get really good at one thing, gain experience in one direction, and honestly, it just gets some of the fluff out of the way. And that's been one of my favorite things so far, is just saying, hey, let's just do this one thing that we're pretty good at. We're also consolidating, like, software, right? Like, I have two different pieces of software that do two different things. Can I find a third one that actually does them both, and then I'm also paying less? Because it's expensive. Like, we're gonna have a hard time, right? Like, there are a lot of subscriptions and a lot of different things you have to have. Like, if we're gonna be on a set, oh, you need this thing? Well, yeah, we don't have that. We'll just buy it real quick. Or, oh, you wanna do this type of client feedback? Yeah, we can accommodate. My big thing at the beginning was just being able to accommodate whatever comes our way, but maybe it's okay not to be able to accommodate everything if we're centering in and just getting really good at one thing. I've also found that consolidating in general has been good for my mental health, work-life balance. The next one I have a really good analogy for, but that doesn't mean I've fully learned the lesson myself. Sexy simple is better than messy complicated. So there are simple watches, right? Simple face just tells the time, not much more going on. And then there are the complicated watches. There's a lot of different meters and it tells you a bunch of different things, a lot of different buttons. It's busy, flashy. Well, if you walk into a store like a Walmart, you can find knockoffs of multiple watches. You'll find that busy, fancy, crazy Rolex looking thing, but it's a fake. And then you'll find the simple watch, and they might be at the same price range, right? $30 for both. The difference is that simple watch is able to be made for $30 and do $30 worth of work because it just has one job to do. It looks clean, it looks simple. It's not trying to be more than what it is. But then there's another $30 watch that's trying to be that fancy, busy watch. It's trying to do what you probably need a $100 watch to do for $30. So it's not going to do anything super well. There might be drawn on meters. Some of the buttons might not do anything. Try to be the sexy simple. If you can't beat the big guys, don't even try to. Try to be really good at what you can do. I don't have some crazy huge studio, so I'm not gonna offer the things that they offer, but I am blessed with what I have, and I do have a lot to offer here. Like honestly, I'm probably not the best example of this because we really do have a great studio here with a lot of great equipment, and we have the skills to mix up to 5.1, and I mean, we can make some awesome stuff here, but we know our limits. We know like how to save ourselves the headache of trying to pretend that we're more than what we are. This is a nice one to jump into, is enjoy right now today. I thought of that Tyler, the Creator song, because it's like, yeah, this is pretty cool, right? Like we've got a lot of things to celebrate, and you don't want to celebrate too much, but it's okay when you're like feeling stressed or anxious about something. Like, where's rent gonna come this week? for our startup, this thing happened that we couldn't expect. It's like, well, yeah. You have to deal with that and you have to get through it. But look at what you do have. Like, look at all the options that you might have in front of you. The fact that you're here at all means that you're probably pretty good at what you do. You're going to be okay. Film, gaming, audio, content in general, it's changing. We all know this. Yeah, AI is a big topic we could talk about, but for me, it's more about just what media and media consumption is looking like in general. AI or not, it's obviously getting shorter. People like raw stuff. You can make a $100,000 commercial and it could get 25 views, and then you could make an iPhone video that's just kind of crappy and it gets 10 million views. That just turned everything on its head, right? So audio specifically is way down the chain in a high-level production, right? Like there's cinematographers, directors, producers, like set designers, makeup. There's so many things as well as audio that go into a great film production, for example. We've kind of felt like we're starting to get a little lost in the sauce with what we do. We're just one piece of this large machine and the whole machine is going away. So we have to be ready to change. I can't sit around and cry about that, right? Like I can't cry that like video editors are getting good at audio editing. They don't need an audio editor anymore because the video editors are getting paid less. So of course we're going to be next in line for that. But instead of getting disappointed about it or focusing on what we don't have, what can I offer those video editors? How can I show people that audio is cool? How can I keep audio alive? These sound designers and musicians on our team, they're starting to lose their jobs. They're having trouble finding their way in the industry when some of them have worked on crazy stuff. This is giving them an outlet to create top level stuff and have a place to put it, a place that won't go away for the future, right? If you buy our sample packs, if you buy our plugins, you're getting top level production. We haven't succeeded with this yet, but I'm so confident because I know that as long as I'm willing to change, as long as I'm willing to listen to what the industry needs or where it's going, then I'm open to whatever our path is. The last one is level yourself up. No one else will level you up. You can look at this a couple different ways. I've heard stories where like a big company just reaches out to somebody because they hear their song on YouTube and they level that person up. But you have to start taking yourself seriously if you want to be taken seriously. I was always like, why are our prices are low? We're doing a lot of cheap work, discounted work, happy, friendly work. Well, you need to be okay with saying no to some of the lower stuff. I mean, you're doing ads for Honda and Microsoft and Thayers and other big brands. You should charge more. You should say no to people who don't have the budget. You should respect yourself. I have to put food on the table for my family. We're good at what we do. And I need to not deny that of myself. I need to not be afraid that there won't be a job tomorrow, so I'll take the low job today. That's only hurting the industry, right? Like if I tell a producer that I can do something for $500 that I really should be doing for like 10 grand, that's only hurting the next guy. The next sound designer that he works with is gonna get lowballed because of what I decided to do. I had to tell a client no the other day, and it was really tough because I've worked with him a few times, but he was just asking for such a discount, such extra help on something that I just can't offer. I want to help everybody. I want to make amazing things. I just want to be part of cool projects, period. But there comes a point where I have to pay my rent. I have to put food on the table for me and my family. And for me to level myself up and say you're worth that is huge. Another one I'm going to throw in that I just remembered is give yourself advice. Try to step out of your own shoes. Whenever a friend asks me, what should I do in this situation? I've always got 1,000 answers. You should do this. This is clear. Why wouldn't you have done that, right? I think that's how all of us are. It's so easy to be objective, but when it's subjective to yourself and your own problems, it's incredibly hard to sift through the mess and make the right decision. Do whatever you have to do to step back and advise yourself. Look on paper rather than in your heart sometimes, so you don't hurt yourself. Sometimes I let my ego get in the way. Oh, let's not do that project. It's not our style. Oh, let's not work with them. They don't do the same stuff we do. Look on paper. Does this make sense for the company right now, even if it doesn't fit my aesthetic? You have to tell yourself stuff like that. Try to find that baby between what you want and who you are, and then what's going to work in the industry right now. And eventually, your personal taste will be able to creep in more and more, and you'll look back and you'll say, wow, this really feels like me, and I'm glad that I made some smart decisions along the way.